will falsify a special crime in progress report, and all the officers who arrive at the scene will be killed. Up to 3 cops killed? Why would I want that? I guess if I want to be like a dirty-ass cop, huh? Welcome back, everybody, to This is the Police. I'm your host, Officer Falcon. As always, Freeburg Tribune. Investigation into Francis Kendrick could resume. I got news for you. Francis Kendrick is no longer with us. Racist gangs runs wild in city. That could be pretty problematic because I refuse to fire my black cops, so... we might want to be careful with how we send them out to the streets today, huh? And second tower to be built in Freeburg. Alrighty, let's go to work.
The people of Freeburg have built up a tolerance for the petty horrors of modern life. You'll never see crowds gathering around a beaten passerby. Folks rarely even slow to gawk at a car accident. And street theft doesn't turn heads anymore. Been a long time since people got worked up about stuff like that. So when I ran into a troubled crowd on the way to work, I knew there was something serious going on. Something bad enough to knock these people out of their daily rhythm. And we're talking about people who would step over a corpse if it was blocking the door to the coffee shop. But apparently all it takes is a bunch of leaflets, or spreading broken glass across Main Street, or releasing a couple of 100 rats in the ice arena. The mysterious figure taking responsibility for these strange acts goes by the alias Robespierre. Nobody knows who he is, what he wants, or what all this adds up to, from the buckets of lard spread on the sidewalk to the front door of City Hall covered with ostrich feathers. But this strange cross between childhood pranks and cheap theatrics has got the people all worked up. Everyone understands when some Freeburg crook satisfies the basic human need to rob and kill. But when someone steals a lion from the local zoo and locks him in a cell below the courthouse, the people start asking questions. Myself, I kind of like this Robespierre. It's not just the pranks he's pulling or his green bull's head emblem. I just like his funny nickname. Robespierre? Really? Who does that make me? The Marquis de Lantenac? I don't think so. In the old books about revolutions, I fancy myself the old gunner who goes off to war with a bag of damp powder. Or maybe the innkeeper who tops up the beer kegs with mop water. It's something to think about.
You know, there's something so satisfying about just listening to Duke Nukem talk the entire time. It's always so great. Anyway, we have Martin Stat is your new deputy. Oh, the guy replacing Kendrick, right. Okay. Grant, I was up all night reading an exciting detective story called The Last Temptation of Neptune, but I didn't have time to get to the ending. I'm almost certain the killer was the general, the house cat, you know. I simply cannot rest until I know for sure. Can I go home and finish... No, you can't go home to fucking finish reading a book, Grant. Come on. Stovall. You guys fucking... It's weird because apparently this book is actually taken like a... Freeburg by storm, but then you think it's the same thing, but no, you see, Stovall actually thinks the killer is Mrs. Clemens. That's really surprising, huh? No, it's fine. I like that. I like the small little differences where you're thinking, oh, it's the same event. That's boring, but no, everybody has their own opinion too. That's a really awesome little game design right there that a lot of people might just kind of like foresee and kind of forego, but that is pretty good. Badges. Shift day has no one with a badge or a stripe at all. I think it's about time we change that. So I kind of want to go with Stovall, but he's already at 430, so maybe we go with Smid. I hope you don't get mad about this, Stovall, I'm kind of passing you up, but that'll increase Smid a little bit too. You're already at 430, so you're golden, man. We'll try to get you down the line. So I think everybody's good to go. Let's go ahead and start our date. What about you? Have you still not got any rest, dude? I'm gonna give you a day off soon, man. Mafia services. The Mafia can offer you some very interesting services. You're practically a member of the family now, so it will hardly cost you a thing. So, are you telling me I have to do this? I was hoping I could, continue to give him the finger, even if Sans is threatening me, but last episode we actually got an offer by Sans, and I said no. But now it seems like, is it still giving me the option to do it or not? I wonder. The Sans services. Crime trap. The Mafia will falsify a special crime in progress report, and all the officers who arrive at the scene will be killed. Up to 3 cops killed? Why would I want that? I guess if I want to be like a dirty-ass cop, huh? Investigation trap. The Mafia will falsify a special investigation and the detective who arrives at the scene. Oh, you know what this is for? This is actually to get rid of cops who are really not, serviceable. And since you need a particular reason to actually fire them, otherwise if you just fire them straight up, they have a chance to, like, make things difficult for you. So you have to either prove that they're incapable, incompetent, whichever one you prefer, or the tutorial told us back a couple of days back anyway that you had to find a way to kill them, and it kind of was very, like, you know, iffy about it. Ah, okay. Well, I'll consider it, I guess, but I really would prefer not to kill cops. Your new assistant is no Kendrick, but he's not as useless as he might seem. He can handle some of your duties when you're pressed for time, but lunch is on you along with any other expenses. What does that mean, deputy? Police Academy. Send your staff for training. Okay, we have some money for that. Hire a snitch. Hire a snitch. Pay an employee to gather important information for you. 3,000. Barbecue. Send employees to an informal outdoor party. What is this going to accomplish for me? Well, I like, training these guys to be better, huh? Find out which of your employees plans to testify against you. What? Convince your employees not to testify against you. Holy shit. So if I start breaking the law, maybe I have cops turn against me, and then you could have Sans take care of them? Oh, snap, son! This is honestly very, very impressive, I gotta say. Statistics here so far. Weekly salary, 1,200. Money's earned, that's from the job, I want to say the bouncer job. Crime solved and failed. 14 solved, 8 failed. No cases solved as yet. 1 officer dead, and 1 officer fired. Best detective and best officer. Okay. Cool. Let's do the Police Academy one for now. Sure. Let's see. Select the employee you want to send for training. Oh, that's gonna be today, though, huh? Yeah. Well, you know. If I send somebody out for an outdoor party, would he actually, like, you know, get his shit back here? Roy. I don't know, Roy. I'm gonna send Robbins for training. Okay. I just realized, too. And here's... Can I do more than one? Oh, I can do more than one, huh? No, I think only one's enough, though. I just realized something. Sans' Ranch. Oh, for killing, right. I just realized something. We have that whole thing with the racist gangs running rampant in the city. Is Stovall what you would consider a black person? He looks kind of like, I don't know, he's kind of like light-skinned. He's like maybe a light-skinned, I don't know. I mean, Robbins, I could tell, yeah. Kabata seems Asian. Grant, Roy, we have, you know, white cookie cutters over here. We have Smith as well. I'm not sure about Stovall. He looks somewhere in between, huh? Let's see, theft. Bigfoot Athletic Shoe Shop. A shoe store clerk reports that 2 teenagers found the most expensive sneakers on display, tried them on, and then, without paying, ran out the shop wearing the new shoes. I always wonder how, I'm pretty sure that happens a lot more often than, you know, you'd think. It just seems like so easy to get away from those shoe shops doing that. You put the shoes on, you book it. What, people are gonna be able to identify you from your old shoes that you leave behind? Really doubtful. This seems like a really minor one, so let's just go with, tired-ass Samadhi, huh? Let's go with Kubato, or Kubota, and Roy. I think I should be sending Roy with, like, a stripe person to level him up a bit more, but whatever. I think that'll work out. Doesn't seem like much could go wrong. Worst case scenario, they get away. I'll live with it. But I really doubt they're gonna lose their lives over following some kids who stole some sneakers, you know? I could be wrong, though. Attempted murder. Now, that one seems pretty, fucked up to me. A man returned from work earlier than usual and found his young wife in bed with her lover. The maid called the police when she saw the husband taking a hunting rifle from the wall cabinet. Okay. Yeah, not only is this gonna, you know, this guy really mad about his scenario, not that I blame him. I'm not sure if murder's the answer here, but it is actually... Did you guys know there's actually a defense in court? It's the heat of passion, I think is what they call it. It's like murder in the heat of passion. Something to that degree. I learned about it back in college when I was taking a few crime investigation classes. I know, I was kind of interested in the whole cop thing. You know, can I say? Police administration, I think is what it was. But it's a possible defense, you know. It's a hard one to prove, but, you know, depends on your background, your history, and violence, stuff like that. But it's definitely a possible defense that you could use in court. And not that I'm saying go out there and, you know, kill people and then say it's a crime of passion or, you know, in the heat of the moment. But, you know, it's a possibility. Let's see. This is a scary one, dog. Smid, Samadhi, and Grant. Okay, guys, just careful out there, okay? Guy's got a hunting rifle for one, and number two, he's, pissed off, and I don't blame him. The teens are standing around smoking not far from the store, admiring their new shoes. Try to grab one of the boys, hey, mind if I have a cigarette, or time to return those shoes. Let's, make sure to book it. I feel like they could outrun us, so maybe, we could just talk them down a little bit here. Offenders escape. Well, as I mentioned, worst case scenario is that you got away, which I would just deal with, not a big deal. Should we just grab them? Maybe tell them to return their shoes? I feel like, asking them to return their shoes would cause them to flee as well. We have a call from City Hall. Today in Freeburg, we're hosting the premiere of Back to the Future. Hey! I know all about the premiere of Back to the Future. Oh, yeah, so we're definitely, in the 80s then, right? Back to the Future was 80s? Honestly, it's 80-something. Right? It should be 80-something. Today in Freeburg, we're hosting the premiere of Back to the Future. The film's distributors have asked for the city for an officer stand at the door and ensure the visitors don't bring their handheld cameras into the theater. Pirating the movie as well, huh? Can I send Robbins? I thought he was training. So Robbins is still available to us, huh? Alrighty, Robbins, go check it out. Is that gonna... Robbins isn't gonna get killed, is he? I'm a bit worried about this whole, racist gangs. Unfortunately, I have Robbins who's black and Stovall who I'm really unsure of. Stovall, please be fine, dude. You're my, speaking strictly by levels, you're kind of my best cop. I hope nobody shoots you at the premiere of Back to the Future. I'm pretty sure then you really want to go Back to the Future after that one, right? Yeah, okay. Offenders caught. Sweet. Officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Very good. Good job, Smith, Samadi, and Grant. Stovall, give me some good news, my friend. Give me some good news about you. Freeburg Elementary School, what do we have? A young father, deprived of his parental rights, tried to pick up his daughter from school. When he wasn't allowed access, he attacked a teacher, knocked her to the ground, and started kicking her. I understand being kept away from your kids, but that might be an overreaction, just a little bit, huh? I don't think that teacher had much to do with your wife saying you can't see your kid anymore. Fuck. Let's can't close out of this for a second. We have 22 seconds to respond to this call. I'm going to see if we can get Smith, Samadi, or Grant back in that time, which we should. City Center call. Mr. Boyd, I have a very sensitive issue with our mutual friend, Charles Dio, I guess? Delay? D-A? Dio, Delay, whatever. Said he could help me with. As you may already know, I own a very large music store in Freeburg. Recently, my ex-wife got half of my record collection in a lawsuit. There's a lot of rare records. My ex is very afraid of the police and always tries to act like a law-abiding citizen. If some of you guys went over there in uniform and told her those records were evidence in an important investigation, she'd just smile and give them whatever they asked for, not even check into the warrant. Really? I feel like you're joshing me here, Mr. Boyd. Especially because I need 3 cops for this shit. Let's hold off here for a second. Mafia assignment from Sands. Shit, we have a lot of stuff happening here. Alright, let's go back to the crime in progress here at the elementary school. It says 3 cops, correct? Stovall hasn't gotten back to me. I'm worried about this. Let's go ahead and send... This is the assault, right? Let's send... Oh, boy. Smith? Do I go with Smith over here with this one? Send Samadi. This is the person attacking the teacher, right? Samadi, Grant, and Roy. Check that one out. Christopher Sands, I'll get back to you here soon. City Center, I gotta hold this one. Stovall, please be good, man. You haven't gotten back to me. I'm a bit worried now. Gallery of Modern Art. A guard says that someone got into the exhibition hall, scrawled a picture of penises on the artwork, and hid in the closet. Oh my god, that's good. You draw a couple of penises in the Mona Lisa and then you just hide. Nobody will catch me in the closet. Oh, I wonder if that's a bit of a joke, too. It could be a female, I guess, but if it's a guy, he's over here drawing penises and he hides in the closet. You get it? Penises, closet? Okay, whatever. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Officers needed for this one. Okay, you know what? Kubota, you should be fine on your own with this one. Mafia assignment, yeah, I see it. City Center, give me a couple more seconds before I accept you. Mafia assignment, I'll get to you, motherfucker. Unless this is, this is a message. Christopher G. Sand, Jack, we have something going down today at Engineering Plant in 2209. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 4,000 should be enough for this request. A bribe, huh? 4,000, 2209. Intriguing. So there's going to be like a call at that time. Officers unharmed at the assault, offender caught, officers unharmed, and civilians unharmed. Good. And we have 5 seconds for this one. All right, let's do it now then. Disorderly conduct. What is this one? I clicked on one and both of these things popped out. What? Okay, well, let's do the disorderly conduct. Oh, this is the art thing. The penis dude. At the lights, the penis thing, right? All the lights are on when the police arrive. The museum caretaker explains that he's only had the job for a couple of weeks and he's worried he's going to be fired over this foolishness. The police calms him down and he points out the bathroom stall that the artist locked himself inside. I thought he was inside of a closet, not a bathroom stall. Enter the adjoining stall, break down the door, come out with your hands up. What are the chances this guy comes out shooting? Probably pretty low, right? I mean, considering he was just drawing penises. Let's go with that one. Oh, he's got a knife, though. A terrified and tearful young man holding a knife insists that he's engaged in some kind of performance art, and that no one understands him. He refuses to surrender, and he is threatening to stab himself. Try to grab the knife. Tell me more about your work. Don't worry, you're not in trouble. We just want to have a talk. Let's go with that one. Grabbing the knife seems like a really bad idea for my cop safety. This is not bad either. Humor him a little bit. But let's go with that one, the last one here. Kubota? He escaped. Maybe should have asked more about his job. That's fine. At least Kubota's fine. Here we go. City Center. So this is the one with the lady with the guy's record collection. Alrighty. Smith and Robbins. I'm really worried about sending I need 3 cops. Oh, dude, I'm not going to be able to do it then. We're not going to be able to do this one after all. We don't have enough cops. That's unfortunate. You needed 3 cops. I thought it was kind of like a max amount of numbers needed. Alrighty, that's a bit unfortunate for that one. But I found it a bit fishy as well. Like, that seems like one of the things that... We're closing down? Isn't the mafia thing going to be at 2209? Yeah, anyway. I feel like that's one of the things where if you do it, it might actually cause one of your cops to go and testify against you. And that whole service about, killing them and silencing them comes into play. Here's the call. Engineering plant. Alrighty, so we either say fuck you to Sands and continue being a good cop, ideally, or we say no and take the money. That made sense. Right. Anyway, theft, engineering plant. We just received a call from the ground speaker at a machine factory. He spotted 2 offenders stealing aluminum from a factory through a hole in the wall. You know what? So far, I have said no to them, even though the game's forcing me to become like a mafia bitch, right? I've said no. I said no to his little call a while back to kill somebody. You know what? I'm going to continue being a good cop. Smid, be careful out there. This is the mafia that we're talking about now. Take Grant, Kabata, and Roy with you. I'm not going to play your game, Sans. You're not going to corrupt me, my friend. It's all about my honor over here. I kind of am interested. I'll be honest with you. I'm interested in doing like a bad cop run now, but since we've kind of gone good for the most part, we might as well just go with that one. Homicide. Moser died during the investigation. That's because he's a black cop, and we have the racist gangs running around. I figured as much that would happen, but that's the reason why I wasn't sending him out. Oh shit, Robin. Oh no, Robbins, I didn't send him out for this one, did I? No. Ooh. Fuck. Lost Moser, huh? I had a feeling. Alright, I'm sorry, Moser. Racist gangs, man, what can you do? We have Benny Cross, Professionalism 400. Wow, dog. Well, we do need a detective, that's for sure. Although, let's be honest here, we have 2 detectives already for Shift A, it does seem. Don't we only have like 1 for Shift B, which is the reason why I couldn't answer to that call last time? I'm pretty sure that was the case. Let me hire Benny Cross for Shift B. I'm pretty sure in B we don't have any cops. Or any detectives, I should say. So we lost Moser, that's a bit unfortunate, but... goddamn. Alrighty, reinforcements. Sometimes a call turns out a lot worse than anyone could have guessed. When this happens, officers might request reinforcements. If you have no one available to send, and you don't want your people putting their lives on the line, you might need to call them back from the station, but you'll be hanging the citizens out to dry. Yeah, this is the fucking mafia after all. Here's the thing. If I send Robbins, it's basically like sending him out to die. I could retreat, or I could just send Samity as well and continue giving the finger to Sans. You know what? Go for it. I feel like I'm in for it now, you know? Psychological test at City Hall. From City Hall, Jack, you must have seen the newspaper stories about Thomas Blaine, the retired cop who went schizophrenic and shot a pregnant woman. To ensure this strategy doesn't repeat itself, we decided to conduct a psychological testing for all the cops over 50 years of age. That includes you, Jack. Tomorrow morning, Dr. Eleonora Waterbury is waiting for you in her office. Don't be late. Oh, fuck you. That's nothing but scare tactics by the mayor at this point. Alrighty. I'm worried about this one right here, though. I'll worry about the schizophrenia later. I'm pretty sure Jack Boyd is fine. That's just the mayor being a dick. This over here worries me because I didn't send the 2 cops possibly needed. I think we might have done well. Hey, offender caught, officers unharmed. Very good job, everybody. Disappointed Christopher G. Sands. Jack, we don't know why you did it, but we hope you had a good reason. Don't forget who your friends are. We don't want any more trouble. Alrighty, let's end our day. I wonder about this. Should I keep just saying no to this guy or what? I don't know. I feel like we should. I've done it so far I've done it for the most part this far, and I don't know, I just really don't want to comply with the mafia this time. It's a good cop. Alright, you guys, we're going to wrap it up here for this episode. I think everything went pretty well, other than obviously Moser dying. For Shift B, next time around, if the racist gangs are still running around, should probably give Armstrong a day off. Armstrong, ask me for the day off, dude. You might need it tomorrow. In Shift B, we have Benny Cross, and we actually had enough detectives here for that one. I was under the impression we didn't. Oh, whatever. Whoa, Benny Cross, 2 stripes already, huh? Good job. Alright, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time.